Good morning and welcome to ACC Women's Premier Cup 2026, and we are right here after the break day yesterday, and we are right here at the UKM Cricket Oval, another fabulous ground here in Kuala Lumpur, where two amazing sides are clashing on against each other, and it is China where they are facing a little bit of a trouble because they're coming in with a loss against Oman. A 16-run loss was a big loss for them because they still need to put up that first winning points on the points table. It's a Group B match where Philippines, the very, very strong side, is taking on China, and Philippines, of course, coming out with a big victory. A short while ago, Adarsh was there with the captains and the match referee, and we'll see what unfolded in the toss.
It's a hot, humid, bright and a sunny morning here at the UKM Oval in Malaysia. It's time for the toss. I have all the people that's important in the middle with me. It's game number 18. I have the captain of China, Zoe, the captain of Philippines, Katie, and the match official, Edwin, all set for the toss. Zoe will flip the coin. Tails is the call, and it is tails. Katie has won the toss. Katie, what have you decided to do and why?
Looking to bat. We batted first last game against Saudi Arabia, and that boded well. So we're going to go ahead with the same game.
You've had a fantastic start to the tournament. Great opportunity to get to the top of the table. What was the discussion after the win last time?
Just an all-round great performance, and we're just looking to build on using that as momentum and motivation for the rest of the tournament.
Brilliant. Any changes to your side?
No, not today.
All right, perfect. Thank you so very much. Have a good game. Zoe, what would you have done had you won the toss?
Actually, we won the ball first. It's our wanted result.
Brilliant. You didn't have the best of starts to this tournament. What was the discussion in your camp after the loss, and how have you decided to recoup and come back?
Yeah, we just adjust ourselves, and we want to play good cricket and more stronger.
Any changes to your side today?
No.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That is the news from the center, which is Philippines have won the toss and they have decided to bat first.
Well, that's what it is, as Philippines, of course, have won the toss. Katie, she did not have any hesitations to go out there and bat first, as the playing 11. Zhu Minhui, she is a very, very nice captain. She's got that experience of coming into this tournament as the third place team in the Asian Games, because they beat Nepal. That was the biggest upset as well. But Katie and her side, it is a nice looking side, because the Philippines, remember, were the first team to go out there and scored more than 200 in the ACC Women's Premier Cup 2026. That's a big record. And like we see what is happening there in the Group B stages. UAE, of course, have won both the matches in their league stages. So they're almost getting to the qualification as well. But for Philippines, it is really important to go out there and win this one and get the Q under their name. But remember, even Oman are going out there and won one match out of the two matches that they have played as well. As Ankita Guha is the umpire, very experienced, as she walks in with the wicketkeeper of China, Hong Yali. And on the other side, we have Dedadun De Silva, as she'll be starting the proceedings off from the straighter end. She's from Sri Lanka. She's done really well in her career as well, represented Sri Lanka in the World Cup women's squad. So it's a big, big experience out there. As Ankita Guha, of course, is another experienced umpire. And the two batters walking out for Philippines. Very important to see Eliza Wall walking in alongside with Amelia Valdez. The vice captain, Amelia Valdez, scored really well in the match against their opponents, where it was a big, important knock from her as well. Well, so it's all set, as we will be looking at what is happening in the first ball as well. Just try and name the ends in this ground. We'll probably call it from the end that has been bowled. We've got a football ground out the backdrop of this, where Ma Ruki is all ready to start the first ball. And I think at the other end, it's probably the main road end of UKM. Probably that's what it is. I am Navin Chaudhary. Good morning, everybody. And alongside with me will be Adarsh joining in as we are all set for the first ball as Maruki will start the first ball and straightening up nicely. Good morning, Adarsh.
Very, very good morning to you, Naveen, and to everybody that's tuning in. It's a bright, it's a sunny, it's a very hot morning here in Malaysia. And like you said, a lot here to compete for, especially from China's perspective. They haven't gotten to the best of starts.
Floating delivery, nicely bowled, right up there. And speak of the pitch as well, I saw that in the morning today, just before the toss, where you walked out with the captains. It's a little damp. It's not very hard. I wonder why KT was so confident in going out there and batting first as well. It's a outfield with a little bit of a dew that's still present. Oh, that one once again comes back in really well. Yeah, look at that softness in the wicket, right? That small spongy bounce.
Which is why I was a little perplexed at the toss when KT decided to bat first. And I think this could be advantage China here because conditions as of now favor the bowlers.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's why I see what she did immediately. She's standing outside the crease. Amelia Valdez, that's a good innovation. There is some swing in the air as well. It's not a strong wind that's been blowing. And because the ball is not coming on to her very nicely, Amelia just steps out of the wicket and stands there.
China couldn't have asked for a better start here. 4 dot balls on the trot, especially to batters who've scored heavily in the last game.
Oh yeah, 200 plus runs. That's huge in terms of anything. Nudged it, but still not off the mark. And what she's done really well is Maruki, that she's held her line really well. Of course, once it's leaving the right-hander and once it's coming back. So Amelia is probably in 2 minds, which is going to come back in and leave her outside. And this one probably, I reckon, will go outside the off stump. No, that comes back in. Brilliant length. And what a start from China. Maiden to begin with. 1 over gone, 0 on the board for Philippines. A small little discussion there where Amelia Valdez, of course, being the vice captain, she did play that first over with a lot of caution for Filipinas. And that's probably the right way to pronounce that in the Filipino sort of slang, as Eliza Wall will face her first delivery as Zhu, the skipper, herself comes into the attack from the UKM main road end. Oh, good start. Very good start for Zui. Pitching and turning away from the right-hander.
Another dot ball. Great start to the captain. Not so much. Like you said, they've been very, very cautious.
7 balls in a row that they have not scored off. And make that 8 for a team who scored more than 200.
I'm a little more surprised at the win margin that they had in the first game. 133 runs is no small feat. That should give this side a huge advantage, not just in terms of confidence, but also the fact that they know they can take any side on.
Yeah, and where they dominated. That's a first run on the board. In the 9th delivery, pushes it, Wall towards a single in that cover region.
A quick single, made it comfortably to the other side. But yeah, the first runs have taken some time to come.
And against Saudi Arabia, that was a real treat for all the Filipinas fans. Nice flight and turning away from the right-hander. And of course, in that match, it was a contribution from everybody. Amelia Valdez, of course, scored 44 of just 29 deliveries. She's got that 7 boundaries against UAE. That was nice. But right now. She's still not off the mark. 7 balls, 0 yet. And make that 8 deliveries. What a turnaround, isn't it? Cricket is.
It's always a leveler. Sport is always a leveler. That's what it keeps teaching us day in, day out.
And what a start as well, even for Zui from the UKM main road end. Just 1 run off the over. Brilliant from China. 2 overs gone. 1 for no loss. Filipinas.
In the first game, Naveen, they scored almost 60 runs in the power play, did Philippines. And right now, if they need to get anywhere close to that, they need to have a blistering over.
Oh, that's a good call. That was nipping back in. Marcu coming in once again from that football end for the second over. Yeah, because that power play had a big blaze, because it was that good partnership with the first wicket, isn't it? 57 runs of just 36. So that's the power play that you're talking about. 57 runs in the first 6 overs. Bowled, gone, cleaned up. Eliza Wall has to walk back. Well, what a nip back delivery from Markiru. She's been doing this all first over, and she continues in the second over as well.
Yeah, that's the best start China could have hoped for. That's the confidence booster that they need. Eliza Wall, back-to-back failures for her, has to depart again. That was a swinging delivery. She had no clue where the ball was coming. Was it going in? Was it coming back? No idea what's going on. And she failed again. Not the best start for Philippines. Great start for China.
A very great start. Eliza Wall, of course, scored only 3 against Saudi, and now only 1 against Filipinas, as the top scorer of Filipinas walks in, Carrie Keane. And also, if you look at how Eliza Wall was dismissed, she was stuck on the crease. She did not move forward. And even with the ball nipping back in with its little spongy bounce, because the wicket has got that not hard crack, it's a loose crack when I felt the wicket out there. So it is really helping Maruki to go out there and pitch it in the right areas, and that good length area where that ball nipped back in. The only issue was Eliza should have at least played towards the direction of the ball, take that front foot across. She did not do it, and that ball just nipped back in. She was just stuck on the crease. Probably not aligning her thought process very well when she played that shot, I reckon. But nevertheless, it is the top scorer for Filipinas, who's confidently going towards the ball. See how well she moved towards the direction of the ball.
Absolutely right. She was unbeaten on 67 of just 35 deliveries. She scored a maximum and 11 boundaries in that innings. So she's definitely high on confidence. And that shows. First ball, it's up there. She knows the ball's moving. She still went for the drive.
And that strike rate, my word. 191 was the strike rate when she played against UAE. Oh, that's in the gap. A small little misfield at mid-on, and that will be the first boundary for Carrie Keane. Brilliant beginning. Where they're struggling, this is what they wanted.
That's a really well played shot. It's not easy to play a swinging delivery straight back the bowler. There was a misfield, yes, but Philippines will take this with all confidence.
Yeah, right time that bat came down for Carrie Keane, isn't it? That's exactly what made sure she just pushed the ball through to that mid-off region. Down the leg side will be a wide ball, and immediately see what's happening. For a bowler who has controlled the game so much with her in-swingers, after the boundary, drifts down.
Quickly discussing bowling options for China. They used 7 in their last game. Obviously, they weren't able to pick a lot of wickets up.
Maruki again, a fuller length delivery. And this time she's just trying to put the ball outside off. She knew that Carrie Keane is very nice in terms of how that bat comes down in time. Yeah, they've got a lot of options, no doubt, is China in the bowling arena. That's for the good taking. But for me, the issue is, Adarsh, is they're in a very precarious situation in Group B because UAE are already up there and Philippines almost with a good net run rate will probably try and put all the pressure on China now. Good over, wicket and a boundary for Carrie Keane. 3 overs gone, 6 for 1.
Runs in very slowly, very calm.
Time for Amelia Valdez to really go ahead and take charge on. Good start again for her. Second over from the skipper of China.
She looped the ball up. She wanted to see if she can get the batter to drive. Amelia is not falling for that.
Also, if you look at that field, there is that mid-off and mid-on up in the ring in the power play. And she is understood that it is not the bowler to attack because Zui, she's not giving her any pace on the ball. Definitely all the flighted deliveries and of course only one fielder on that onside outside is the mid-on. In fact, the mid-wicket fielder. They can have 2 fielders outside the ring. Remember, China, this is a power play, but they are only having 1. That shows how much of a pressure that they want to exert on the Philippines team.
Absolutely spot on. And she's played with her deliveries. She looped a couple of balls in. This one's short. It's straight to the fielder. There's a miscommunication. Is there an opportunity for a run out? That's a wild throw.
Lucky there for Carrie Keane. She was keen to get that single away, but it went straight to that short covers where Feng Quen did field the ball well, but the throw was just above the captain's head. They need to take these chances, China, because they need to make it count. They need to win this match. Trying to dance down the wicket, doesn't get to the pitch of the ball.
Absolutely giving nothing away is the skipper. She knows the importance of this wicket and she will do everything in her capacity to get this one.
And also 5 dot deliveries now. Amelia Valdez. Pressure releasing shot. Hoiked away over square leg. Boundary for her. First one.
After 15 deliveries almost, what a way to get out the mark. That over was pressure from the start except for that last delivery. She bowled it just a little short and Amelia was quick to pounce on it.
A brilliant end to that over. 4 overs gone. 10 for 1. Right, beginning the third over, there is a change in the attack. Punched off the back foot. That's gone through the gap. Boundary. Keen carry. Yeah, second one for her.
That was a very tiny gap that she had to pick. The ball was short, the ball was wide. She had all the time in the world. She had to pick that gap and she did that to perfection. Her second boundary.
Yeah, not a right start for Van Hooing, isn't it? Because it was a loosener, the leg spinner. Just pitching it little short, giving the width to Carrie Keane. Again, lot of width. Once again, that's in the gap through covers. Will run away to the boundary, is it? No, will die down. Nicely covered up. That one for the chase by the skipper herself, Zui.
Well, that would not be easy. It's very hot and humid out there. So she just finished bowling an over and she's already doing running duties. She's the captain. She's got to manage the field. She's got to talk to the bowler. She also needs to run after the ball. How much can one person do?
Yeah. Probably she does manage her resources really well. Carrie Keane leaves the flight away. Good delivery. And more importantly for Carrie, if you look at what China should probably realize is it's a leg spinner. She's not going to go across the turn. There is mid wicket and backward of square leg. I wonder why, because she's not even sweeping. See, she drives, and that's a nice half stop from the skipper Mui. But I don't understand this field from her, because it's a leg spinner bowling. Even, Amelia Valdez is not going to go against the turn. So try and bring up one fielder on the offside, and now they're bringing the square leg up in the ring, and now the point is being pushed back. This is good thinking. Why not the same field for Carrie Keane? And let me tell you, everybody watching live, they can't hear our commentary. Chance is it? No! If she had fielded that one, Mui, there would have been a clear chance that Amelia Valdez would be struggling. Misfield gets through the single.
This is opportunity number 2 in terms of missing an opportunity at a run out. But to just point you out here, that's proactive field setting and not reactive.
Yeah, and now short of a length, and that's gone towards square leg. Good stop. Very good stop. There was only one fielder down there. And you mentioned proactive. Yes, should have probably started off with that first ball of the over, but nevertheless, she did understand that it's a leggy. Fire was gone, 19 for 1.
I now get a fair idea of why the 2 fielders were there. Maybe didn't have faith enough in the bowler to be bowling the full lengths, the good lengths. She thought she would start off a little on the shorter side, which leg spinners are usually tending to do. So that was a risk that she was not willing to take, but she realized that the bowler was on her mark, and then she brought the field back up. So that's really smart captaincy. Kudos to Zoe.
Yeah, but very nicely also bowled there by the leggy, I should say. She did keep the ball on that off stump line, took the ball away from the right-hander, and we've got another change in the bowling attack. Zoya Ihan comes in from the UKM main road end for the last over of the power play. So 4 bowlers being used from Zoe, but the last ball that was being bowled was a shorter delivery. Exactly when the fielder from the onside came to the offside, and she had a cushioning, a deep point. She did bowl that ball short. Oh, good flight once again from Wang.
Also credit to the deep mid-wicket fielder. She definitely saved 2 runs there. It ended up being only a single.
Yeah. Leading edge, but will be just a dot delivery again. Now, this is something that Filipinas wouldn't have actually expected China to do, I reckon, because what's happening is it's really important for them to not get a good start in the power play. Should be a wide ball. Yeah, Ankita Guha says it's wide, and for a team who scored 57 runs against UAE, this is a very lukewarm start.
That's absolutely lukewarm start, but credit to the Chinese fielders as well. The one thing that I'm actually noticing here is that they're all proactive and they want the ball to come to them. They're waiting for it. They're going for the ball. They're anticipating the ball coming to them. And that's something, that's a mark of a good team. That's a mark of a team that is wanting to win. And that is something that I can observe in front of my eyes.
Yeah, Carrie Keane, she'll know that last 3 deliveries have been left in the power play. She wants to go big. Does punch it down the ground towards deep extra cover, and the fielder will come across. Nice stop again. And she saved almost 3 runs. Only 1 was what they got.
Yeah, they've been very quick across the turf. The Chinese fielders, they want the ball to come to them. Every single fielder here, they knows that they will not miss out on an opportunity.
Amelia, again, just cuts and straight to point. Right, even the last over of the power play, Zayo Ihan has done beautifully well. All the more important for this last ball to find the boundary, because in the power play, they've just scored 3 boundaries. 2 for Carrie Keane and 1 for Amelia Valdez. Can she go over the top of mid-on or mid-off? No, not the length. Not the length to loft at all. What a power play from China. 6 overs gone, 21 for 1, Filipinas.
At the end of the power play, Philippines are 21 for 1. That definitely is advantage China. Naveen, and at the toss, Zoe told me that she wanted to bowl first, and her plan for some reason seems like it is working out. So, great call.
A very good call, no doubt, because of the spongy wicket. And Sun is coming out slowly to make that wicket a little hard. Lee Jiaping comes into the attack from the football ground end.
That's in the air, just past the fielder. Another opportunity for a double denied. That's brilliant fielding.
And there's one more difference in all the other teams that they have done is what China is trying to do is they're not bowling bowlers in tandem. You know, from one end, you will have to have at least 2 overs for a bowler to bowl in.
That's again up in the air, fielders under it, and she takes the catch. That is wicket number 2. That's down for Philippines. China on fire.
Amelia Valdez just trying to go over mid-on, not timing it well at all. And Lee Jiaping being introduced into the attack, strikes second ball. Probably once again the ball, like I was talking about, that spongy bounce, not coming in very, very soon as the batter would have liked it. As I see, she plays the shot very early. Yeah, the bat also turning in the hand, bottom hand turning. Amelia Valdez, she knew immediately, and it's not crossing over that mid-on fielder Feng Kuang. Nice catch from her. They lose their second. This is not what Filipinas wanted, as Katie, she won the toss. She wanted to bat first. Remember, Filipinas won the toss, and this probably might not was what they wanted after winning the toss.
You're spot on there, Naveen. This is not what Philippines would have planned when they won the toss and decided to bat. But this is one of the most experienced batting pairs for Philippines. And they will look to consolidate, they will look to build a partnership, and they will look to score more runs. Because if the first game was any evidence, this team is not going to stop scoring boundaries. They are going to look for those opportunities. And China here are definitely at an advantage because they will look to pounce on this and will look to continue picking up wickets.
And I think they will switch to plan B now, you know, because very important that they go out there and stitch a partnership now together, because for the left-hander skipper, bowler going around the wicket. Good start, huge appeal, and De Silva says no problems there.
Another thing that we had to notice is that China have only 3 fielders outside the inner circle, which is again attacking captaincy.
Yeah, as per the women's rule, it's very important to let everybody know that after the power play, only 4 fielders others can be outside the ring, and once again they're not having all 4 fielders because it's a new batter. It's a good call again from Zui. It's a new batter, even though it is Katie. Don't want the captain of Filipinas coming in. She is a new batter for her, isn't it? So keeping that pressure on is good.
Katie in the last game also scored some quick fire runs, 7 boundaries to her name. So she's also in form, and she's also going at a very good strike rate, which means ball striking is not going to be a problem for her. She scooped that up in the air. There's a fielder there. It'll only be a single, falls just short of deep square. They have fielders set in the right positions, Naveen.
Yeah, and they're bowling according to the field as well. And I'm impressed with the deep mid-wicket fielder, where I think she stopped everything that's come in her way. And yeah, Katie also 37 that she scored against Saudi out of 25 deliveries. Good strike rate there as well. That one's coming back in. But here, others, they should actually stitch a partnership now.
Well, that's the end of that over. After 7, it's 24 for 2. Philippines definitely on the back foot. Naveen, if you looked at the last ball or the last over, the ball is still moving and we're already in 7 overs. When did you last see on a bright, sunny, humid day that the white ball has been swinging for over 7 overs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what others. This is the SG Test alum-made ball. Just
That's in the gap. Will find the ropes. That's a good shot.
nicely played off the back foot. Carrie Keane, she was waiting for that one, and just a little shot on the occasion. Yeah, that's all. That's all was the necessity. And now I think China will probably think to put an extra fielder outside the ring. Is it? No, they're still having long on, long off. No, deep extra cover, long off, and mid wicket.
Another dot ball. They have 4 fielders outside, Naveen. They have a deep square, a deep mid wicket, a long off, and a deep cover, which still indicates that they are bowling to their plan. It's just they want to stop the flow of boundaries. They want to put more pressure, and it is safe than sorry to use their extra fielder.
Yeah, that boundary again of Carrie Keane, just making sure that there was an extra fielder outside, and also that deep backward of square leg fielder for Carrie is good, because you never know where Zoyo will probably pitch it short or give that loop where Carrie Keane, we've seen her play that shot over square leg as well. She's very strong.
She's going around the wicket to the skipper. This partnership can be a boon for Philippines because it's right-left combination. The fielders have to keep moving. You can get them tired. They got to keep running. Bowlers got to keep changing their lines, their plans. It'll be a good contest between bat and ball.
And also going around the stumps for the left-hander. They've got a mid-wicket, long on, long off, and deep extra cover. And I'm sure Katie will love the ball coming into her. And this one just goes out. Good ball. Very nice start for the left-hander. Probably almost a straight delivery, not a wrong one. Just a straight delivery that she bowled.
She's giving the ball a lot of air, which keeps Donovan in check. She's still a little dicey about whether she wants to go for the big one or defend. Another loopy delivery that's in the air. Falling just short of the fielder. Naveen, something that I noticed yesterday, especially in the Hong Kong game, they did lose an early wicket, but the way the partnership was built between Mariko Hill and Yasmin, that's again in the air for a single, a slight fumble that will be expensive. No, it will not be. That's a quick return. So what I was trying to say is the partnership that was built despite being under pressure, only one team that I've seen so far do it is rotation of strike. They didn't want to let that opportunity of singles and doubles go. And at the end of the 8th over, Philippines are 30 for 2.
And that's exactly what these two needs to do now, isn't it? Because the partnership that's so important that needs to be stitched along. And Zhe Wenyang now will start her over from the football ground. And I think this is the strategy of China. They're rotating bowlers as long as they want to, at free will. It's exactly what they're trying to do. Zhe Wenyang again starts around the wicket. But yeah, in the previous over, what was Katie trying to do? I just want to try and highlight this one here, others, because she's playing for the ball. When you play a spinner, play for the turn, not the ball, because the ball's pitching and turning away from her. She was trying or feeling or expecting the ball to come into her.
That's a short delivery, an attempted cut shot, straight to the fielder. Dot ball pressure is always going to bring something. I am expecting a big shot somewhere here, a big event in this over.
But they know just very clearly, I think, it's not the 200 scoring wicket. Probably this is, say, around 140 on the board will be a huge total for China to chase down, because, like I said, the wicket is a little spongy. And you mentioned about the swing. We'll come to that. Why even in the 9th over it's swinging. Even this one had that little swing in the air, because generally the swing happens in the air. It's not off the pitch. It's off the pitch movement that happens. So generally what you see is all the Chinese bowlers, they're floating the ball up in the air. They're having that nice fuller length delivery. They're giving the ball that air. And I think even with the sun coming out, there is some bit of wind that has been blowing across the ground as well. That's the reason why probably the ball is still swinging in the air nicely.
That's a big shout. Definitely not hitting. The leg stump looks like it was missing, but good to see that this bowler is also capable of swinging the ball both ways.
And see, that's why even Gary Keane was already trying to target that deep mid-wicket region, isn't it? And we're definitely pitching down the leg side. Good call from De Silva.
It's connected. There is a sweeper to cut that off. Will be a single. We can hear the Chinese camp here. Every single or a dot ball or a good attempt on the field is being cheered for, which means how in they are for here.
Yeah, very important where, they need to understand something that, again, she's not got to the pitch of the ball. She's just standing and playing where she was going from. End of the over, I reckon.
You're right. It's after 9 overs. It's 33 for 2. Naveen, the current run rate at 3.67. It's not what Philippines would have hoped for, considering they're the only team that scored over 200 runs in this tournament so far. Another loopy delivery. There was an attempt, but this is brilliant bowling from China.
Yeah, no doubt, as Zhao, she's done well in the previous over against Katie. Now this is a setup over, I should say, because she's trying to take the ball away from her. And for me, Katie should just go towards the ball if she's playing a big shot, not away from her body. Once again, she's trying to play it away from her body, not right.
An attempted sweep shot there. Could say that was in the slot, but the ball is still moving away from her. The ball's turning away from her.
And that's why I say play for the turn, not the ball when you play spin.
This time there was an opportunity to sweep. She did miss it. What this is doing is this is reducing your options of taking your singles and doubles and stitching that partnership together. If you look at Katie, she's faced almost 15 deliveries now and she's only on 4.
And unlike of what she did in the previous match, isn't it? But Yan has bowled really well to her. She's not scored off Yan yet. And once again, see, when there is that flight, you try and get down the wicket because, see, there is long off and long on. Yes, agreed. But that extra cover fielder. But try and play the ball late as well because there's nobody behind point. So if she can play that ball a little late, that'll be nice. And once again, see what she's trying to do? She's trying to play the shot early.
That was actually slightly close to the stumps of her gloves. But this has been a brilliant over from Zhao. She's kept testing the opposition skipper. She's bowled it wide and then she's also given the ball to sweep. None of that has worked. There's a change in the field. It's got more attacking. There's a cover fielder now.
Yeah, and the square leg is dropped back because she's attempted too many sweeps. Once again, stumping is it? Oh, right. Has come back into the crease, I reckon, safely, Katie. That was really close. I'll have to see if there is another angle to that one. Yeah, again, she's just trying to play the ball early because when you start to play the ball early, it'll only go in front of square. Thankfully, she came back in nicely. So that's the end of the 10th over. And with that one, I think players will also take drinks. 10 overs gone, 33 for 2. They're in a little bit of a bother, Philippines. Let's see what's going to happen.
At the 10 over mark, Philippines are 33 for 2 and in a spot of bother. The drinks break would have done both teams a lot of good, especially China. They've gone to plan. Philippines would have had a lot to discuss. Their coach was out. The two senior pros were out. They were discussing a lot of things. Let's see if they have a change in mindset.
This is a good way to begin the 11th over from China as well, because I'll tell you what, I'm always a fan of bringing in a settled bowler, or at least a bowler who's bowled 2 overs at least in the 11th over, because the drinks break in concentration, because we've experienced that a lot, because standing out there, when you have that drinks break, when you're facing a new bowler, you're kind of eased as a batter. But now when Lee Jipiang is bowling the 11th over, she's just given away 6 runs in the first 2 overs that she bowled. This is a very good strategy again from China.
On the pads, missed out on a single opportunity again. But this is good bowling from China, considering they're bowling to a right-hand, left-hand combination. Where do you reckon China will want to finish the first innings with?
I think if they score anything more than 120, China will be really disappointed. Down the leg side again, Katie does not move her feet a lot. So they'll be saying, say, 70 runs from here on in, even if there are a few big shots coming out of Carrie Keane and Katie's bat going forward. China will be really happy to tie the Philippines down under 100.
That's a low full toss. There is no fielder there. There will be a boundary. First for Katie Donovan. Hopefully many more for her and for Philippines. That was a good shot.
A wrong length, isn't it? Lee Jiang trying to bowl the block hole delivery of the Yorker, or trying to give that ball more air to swing in the air, comfortably beating the deep mid-wicket fielder. They fielded well. They ran really well on the outfield, but Maruki, the fast bowler, did not cover that up nicely on that occasion.
Another opportunity for the same shot. This time Maruki will field that. One more thing that has to be highlighted here is the speed of the outfield. It has been lightning quick. Despite being a little damp when we checked it earlier in the morning, it is lightning quick. And the Chinese fielders have really done to cover so much ground and stop so many boundaries.
And the agility also has been really great by the fielders.
Well fielded there, another dot ball. That's the end of the 11th over. It's 39 for 2. Naveen Katie got her first boundary after almost 18 deliveries. That is not the start she would have hoped for, but from here on, they would like to build on this. Carrie Keane is well set. She's got her eye in, 22 of 22 deliveries. They do need a move on. Who do you expect should start taking the risk?
It should be Carrie Keane for me, because Katie is not looked in the best of the footwork. Because even that one boundary that you mentioned, that also came after the 8th over. I mean, imagine from 8 to 11, it was boundary-less for them. And Yuzi has come into the attack. Full toss. Oh my God, she's dropped it. Should have been an easy catch. It's a new bowler into the attack for the 12th over. That was a sitter. And she just dropped it.
That wasn't the best of starts for her. Yui, a loosener, hit again very loosely straight back at her, not very quickly, just slow reflexes, I must say. That should have been taken, and China would have wanted to take that opportunity, because we were just discussing that Carrie should have been the one to take the bowlers on. And if that wicket had come to China, they would have been the most pleased.
And now you see why I said Carrie Keane should take the attack to the opposition, because Katie has not looked good. 21 deliveries out there in the middle, and she has struggled. So when you're struggling like that, allow your partner to take that risk because Carey's been brilliant. Run a ball 22.
Another dot ball. That's a good comeback delivery. Good comeback, two deliveries actually from Yui.
I think the first one was just a loosener and now she's got her length pretty well.
Another dot ball. That's actually a good action from Yui. She's got good control of the ball. She's looping it up. She doesn't have a lot of sideways movement. She doesn't have a lot of spin, but she's got her channel, and she's somebody that looks like once she gets the line right, it's going to be very, very difficult to negotiate. There's a slight change in the field. The deep cover comes back in, so it's a packed offside field. And all the boundary riders on the leg side.
Yeah, she's the sixth bowler being introduced here by Zui. And the idea is probably for China to make everybody try and keep match ready, make them keep playing. And that's why probably they upset Nepal in the semi-finals, the third place match in the Asian Games, and they won against Nepal. So that's why they're third placed coming into this Premier Cup where 18 teams are participating. China being a considerable force is a brilliant way to move forward in the ladders. 12 gone, 41 for 2.
Maruki back into the attack. The 13th over. Ball still moving. There's a quick single there.
At this ball, the SG test that I was mentioning, the alum-made ball is definitely a little more lighter, not light than the Kookaburra ball, but the SG normal ball, the SG test alum ball is generally a little more lighter. So because it's lighter and because the Chinese bowlers have utilized the conditions really well, they've floated the ball in the air. So you will find that hint of swing still in the air, which of course Katie should watch out for.
That's another dot ball. Katie is not looking very, very comfortable in the middle at the moment.
Adarsh is a tall player. For me, she needs to use her right leg even more. Me being a left-hander as well and as tall as we can, we have that tendency to use our hand more. But I would probably say to Katie to go towards the direction of the ball. Again, doesn't use her legs too much. Just uses the hand, single down towards long on. But what she can also do is put that weight forward, try and go forward because she's stuck on the leg stump guard. I'm sure she's a very predominant bottom hand player, but if you need to have variations in your batting and if you need to play in the higher level, try and use your right leg more, lefty.
That's really well bowled again. Another single down to long on. This is what Philippines would be looking for, not to let dot balls put pressure on them. They will look to get the singles, if not the boundaries. If you look at it, they've already had 3 singles in the over. One boundary here or there will make it a 7-run over, which will be a very, very good over considering the position they're in. And that's exactly how they need to look to build the partnership and the innings forward. Because anything between 80 to 100, China will be happy with trying to chase that down.
Anything above 80, Filipinas, I'm sure will be happy, 80, 85, because they've tied down Saudi under 80, 85 runs. And see, once again, she's not moving towards the ball. That front foot of hers, the right leg for the left-hander should come first. That is a bit of a miss here for Katie. She will learn, of course, this is by budding stages for Filipinas as well. So she will keep learning all this.
Another full toss, not dealt with appropriately, just will get a single, but again shows her dominance towards the left side. She favors that side. At the end of the 13 over mark, Philippines are 45.
A beautiful UKM Oval cricket ground here, just adjacent to the main road that takes us from Selagor to this place. Filipinas, of course, they've got a lot of thinking to do. The dugout is very busy. You see the laptops coming out for the calculations, what's going to happen, because this is a very precarious situation for them compared to what they've been used to do.
Captain back into the attack, an appeal. Definitely pitching and impact outside leg stump. But the captain has been very proactive with the bowling changes. She's used them very, very wisely. Now she's bowling to a left-hander, which might work against her, but bold call and the attacking mindset. We will know very shortly if it works or not. Another single.
Should be an advantage for Katie, because as a left-armer who's bowling, I've really loved playing against left-arm bowlers, because what happens is the ball very rarely comes into you. It generally goes away from you, and you like to free your arms, you like to use the long handle, and because of Katie's height, she's shown that dominance across. But yeah, should be an advantage one. But Carrie Keane, what's she thinking?
Oh, she's gone for the big shot. There is an attempt for a catch, and the skipper drops it. She had to backtrack a little bit, but that catch should have been taken. Another cotton bowled opportunity goes up begging for China. This time it's the skipper.
Yeah, two chances that's been put down as well. And for me, this is the costlier chance, because it's Carrie Keane's catch. Been dropped on 26, because of the earlier occasion we saw even Katie get a life, as well as a full toss, the left-hander that she was being dropped as well.
This is the second opportunity for Carrie actually that goes down. Second cotton bowled, which China and their captain will not be happy with. They've done so well so far, they cannot let this game slip away. Another stumping opportunity, but Katie comes back in. So there is a lot of chatter going around. There's a lot of action happening right in front of us.
And more importantly, what should they do? Try and do is keep the keeper up a little more, which is standing, I think, a couple of paces behind Hong Yali. She's missed out on a couple of stumping occasions.
An attempted sweep shot has gone in the gap. Will they look for a double? Yes, they will. Will the throw get there in time? No, it will not. They will complete a second run, and that will be the end of a not so very successful over for China. 49 for 2 after 14. Over number 15 starts with a low full toss. Is that another dropped opportunity? All sorts of things are happening here in the middle.
Yeah, Kai Zhui coming in for her second over. It was a full toss. She should have utilized it really well. She does not do it.
That's hit straight back past. Drops in no man's land. Another single. Well, we've been discussing how Katie has not used her feet as well as she should have. And that's the 50 up for Philippines. They will not be happy with the pace that they're going with. And attributing to that is a slow innings from the skipper, Katie Donovan.
I think this is the time that she needs to just try and keep at least rotating strike. 50 up in a very, very long time.
But this time she connects, and that's gone in the gap. One bounce boundary. Well, she has decided to take the attack on, this time going against the spin as captain Katie Donovan.
Stepping down the wicket. Also picking the right area. Nice placement as well. See, it was a fuller length delivery. Got to the pitch of the ball nicely and freed her bottom hand brilliantly well to have that placement going between mid-wicket and long on. Filipinas need more of these from a skipper.
Another wide full toss will only be a single, but she decided to use her feet against the spinner, and funny enough to a spinner that is bowling against her, bowling away from her. But the boundaries have started coming in, and so have the singles. So this is a slight bump in momentum for Philippines. Another single to long on, which is what we were discussing a couple of overs ago, Naveen, that you get a boundary here or there, and if you have 3 or 4 singles in the over, it automatically becomes a big over for you.
And for me, I like the boundary to come in the first or the second ball of the over, not in the third ball, because what happens is then you don't have the chance to milk it around. So if they're looking at least from the next over, try and take that attack first ball.
Another misfield there. Will not be very costly, but China somewhere are losing the plot. At the end of the 15th over, they're 57 for 2.
Last 5 overs remaining, and very important last 5 overs as Chen Ziuni comes in for, well, again a new bowler, I reckon. Yeah. Chen Ziuni never bowled, so in the 16th over, she's coming into the attack from the UKM main road end. Well, speaking of the strategies that's been used here by Zui, of course, this partnership is not ballooned, but at least mushroomed, I should say. 35 runs of 52 deliveries. And this will be Katie's throw out everything sort of a mindset as of now. Right, see, that's what she's trying to do. That's exactly what she's trying to do. And there will be a buys. Hongyali just does not collect that one really well. Yeah, buys signal from Ankita Guha.
Well, China have somewhere lost the plot after those 2 early wickets, and after having put Philippines under so much pressure, they've brought 2 chances as well, both to the set Carrie Keane.
And she should utilize this one, Carrie, with that one. Nicely cut away, over the top, behind, backward of point. But there will be a couple of runs on offer. Nice timing.
Well, you slash hard, as people always say. That's exactly what Carrie Keane did. There was no fielder at third man on the boundary.
And for Carrie Keane, she needs to pick her spots. It's nice to see that she can play all around the ground. There is a big gap at deep covers and extra cover. And she exactly goes there as I was spotting out towards deep extra. And good fielding again. Just a single.
I'm a little surprised that there wasn't a double there, but you were spot on with where she should have gone next, and that's exactly where she did. Good ground covering from the fielder at long off.
Yeah, way hating. I'll tell you what, she's been there at mid wicket, she's been there at long on, now at long off. Very good pair of hands, very quick across the turf. Now, Katie. I'm sure she is logging at everything. That's not timed well at all. Will fall in no fielder's land. And this is not the right mindset, probably even for Filipinas or for China, both of them. Because if it's a hit, it's a hit. If it's a big, then it's a big loss.
But we can understand the message that was sent from the dressing room. Considering it's the last 5 overs, we need to get a move on, and Katie for sure needs to get a move on, and that's what she's attempted to do here. So we get the message loud and clear, Katie.
Inside edge will be a single only. And I think what Carey also is doing subtly and brilliantly well enough is trying to rotate strike and put Katie back on strike. He says, okay, skipper, you are in that mindset, go for it. Whether you get it off the middle of the bat or anywhere, we'll keep running.
If this partnership does go on, we're looking at 110 to 120 runs, which will be, considering where China finished their last game, a little more than competitive for them.
It'll be tough. It'll be definitely tough if 120 is on the cards. And they will once again run through for that inside edge. And Katie will have strike for the 17th over. 16 gone, 64 for 2. Right, last 4 overs, and still Zaho Hian will be in operation for this one as well. And more importantly, what she's done nicely is she's not given away anything to Katie. And this is a nice contest because Katie has kind of struggled against Zaho. Full toss, again, doesn't get to the pitch of the ball, just clips it towards long on.
This is very, very good captaincy from Joey, because she knows that Katie is in an attacking mindset, and she got the bowler that she would want Katie to take on, which will potentially create an opportunity. She's got a fielder at deep cover, at long off, and long on for Katie. This is really good thinking.
Carey simply punches it down towards that deep extra cover. Boundary of her. That was done so much with a lot of ease.
That looked like a missed opportunity again. That was in the air. The fielder stretched her right hand out. She was a little disappointed. The fielder was a skipper herself. She was a little disappointed that she couldn't get hand to ball. And that raised the way to a boundary. A much, much needed one to kick this partnership off again. Another boundary early on in the innings, like you said, Naveen. And they can make this a big over again.
Yeah, first 2 balls, and then the pressure is on the fielding side and the bowler. And she tries to do different things now. So that's really nice for Filipinas. And yeah, 69 on the board. They will definitely be wanting at least, say, 25-30 runs from here on in with the momentum shift. Yeah, you never know. Filipinas will once again make a match of this one with a low scoring encounter.
China desperately looking for wickets here. They're still very proactive on the field, which is very good to see.
Fuller length. And Carey will rush Katie across. Overthrow! Hong Lee has had all the issues behind the stumps. Another extra run. Now Hong Yali, the keeper of China, actually needs to a little be more clear in where the ball is being thrown at her.
The skipper this time, she's also asking everybody else around to calm themselves down. But I think it's the skipper that needs to calm herself down right now. She needs to be in the game. A wild throw like that could have proven more costlier than it already has.
Carey will want to have another one in this over. There it is. Pitch off the ground and dropped it long on. Come on. This is the third one. And what has Carrie Keane had for breakfast? Probably some lucky noodles.
Lucky noodles for sure. 3 opportunities. This one on the boundary. This was a more straightforward chance. Went straight down her throat. And she made a meal out of it. Brings Katie back on strike.
The ground fielding has been good, but not so much for the catching. Leading edge again. Katie will get a single. So yeah, there is tension in the air. Definitely that momentum shift happening. 17 gone, 73 for 2. Yeah, that's the Filipinas team trying to appreciate their batters as well. More importantly, yeah, there we see last 3 overs. They need at least 20 runs from here on in, and that'll be a good total. And China will be definitely unhappy if they get to at least say 90, 95, as Lee Jiaping will come back in from the UKM main road end. Wide ball outside the off stump. Yeah, too wide. I see pressure.
Definitely pressure on China. They've lost multiple opportunities. They've let them go down. 3 catches to be precise and a couple of overthrows here and there as well. So what was a very, very good start for China isn't turning out to be the finish that they would have expected for.
And this partnership is definitely at least innings savings for Filipinas. Driven towards deep extra cover. They should try and push for the second run. Carey will not agree to that. Yeah, good call because Wang was completely attacking the ball at deep extra cover.
Which out of the 3 catches do you think were the easier chance, Naveen?
For me, the first one, the bowler herself who dropped the catch, the full toss ball. See, even at the long on region, or even when Zui got that caught behind, where she had to backtrack herself really well. Those are all little tough ones down the leg side. Again, a wide ball. And why I say it's the bowler's catch is because that was something that Carey did not time at all. The other 2, she had that bottom hand strongly in, and it was a stronger shot. The ball would have traveled towards the fielder very quickly. But that time, it was a slower shot, softer shot, should have taken the first occasion. And again, driven straight down the ground. That's gone between long on and long off. Boundary. Carey Keane. Right, all those drop catches are now hurting China.
And Carey Keane making the most of all the opportunities given to her. This one, she had no doubt it was in the slot. She pushed it back straight over the bowler's head. It couldn't have gotten any straighter. The fielder had made a valiant effort there, but to no avail. Another boundary to Carey Keane. She moves on to 43.
And see who she beats on the field. Way hitting, who's been stopping everything. Again, a nice looking drive. Once again in the same region. Now way hitting comes across quickly.
There was a carbon copy of the previous delivery. This time the fielder was a little straighter. But she's connecting the ball really, really well. Carey Keane, who did really well for them in the last game, has again proved why she's there in the middle, why she's one of the more experienced players, and why that number 3 slot fits her bill perfectly.
And the costly, in fact, the top run scorer for Filipinas as well. Now, way hitting. Now will be really on her toes. But now this is Catty. She just does not have to do anything silly here because Carey Keane has got that boundary. That was not the shot. That should have been on the cards. But nevertheless, get that single. See, the first ball of the over, when you have that pressure around, 10, 4, 5 singles, 8 runs and over, that's it. Your target is achieved. Way hitting. I was talking about her. She saved everything today in the field. But only one ball that passed against her was Carey Keane's good drive. See, simple work. After the boundary, you don't have to worry at all. The ground fielding has been good. See, all that China have done is thrown around the ground really well. Even now, see, Kaizui, the spinner, does well. But the catching, something is really lacking there, because even in the warm-ups I saw others that China was not having those long high catches being practiced. Their coach was giving them the on-ground fielding, the long barrels that they do, try and save the ball on the ground. Yeah, which is all basics and correct. But the catching needs to also be practiced. Oh, that was wide enough. Throws the bat against that one towards the backward of point, and will be a second boundary of this over. Good attempt, but Katie will be happy compared to the Chinese fielders.
Well, that was almost a wide. I was thinking why she had to chase after it, but connection was good and she found the gap. There was a long chase there, but the ball was definitely winning that race. This is a very, very fast outfield despite it being a little damp in the morning. And that was another boundary to finish the over. It's 87 for 2 after 18. Last 12 deliveries to come.
I think all the cheering and all the encouragement that's coming in from the Filipinas dugout is really given a big boost for these two players, at least for Katie, to try and be there. Don't bog down. Yes, you were under pressure, but still you've come out of that one is really, really good.
This innings of Katie Donovan has showed us her adaptability. The last game required her to play quickly, quick fire knocks, hit the boundaries immediately as soon as she came in. And this game, she needed her team to come out of trouble, basically. Another big shot attempted. Has it gone in the gap? There'll only be a single. But if I have to finish my point, game adaptability is something that she's shown in this game as Katie Donovan. She took up so many dot balls and she looked like she was very, very uncomfortable playing only the one shot that she knew it looked like. So, but now she's gotten her boundary, she's got her eye in. She's now quickly moved on to 31.
And that confidence, right? She's also trying to move in the crease. That's exactly what we were pointing out. She was not moving, and now she's just moving across nicely. See? There, gets into position. That's in the gap. Clover away towards backward of square leg. Boundary for the skipper.
The fielder had no chance there. They raced away to the boundary. That was short. That was in her arc. All she had to do was give the ball some direction, and exactly that's what she did. Another boundary. Takes her to 50. That's my bad. That's correction. That's Katie. That takes her to 35.
Yeah, because what you see, what is Katie doing is one, moving in the crease, and two, like we were talking, attack the first or the second ball of the over. That's exactly what she's done. Once again, getting to 90. Yeah, Filipinas will be happy to even go over 100. Another drive down the ground. I think China have themselves to blame with all the drop catches. That's it. Nothing else has gone against them. Yeah, that is the only way that they have, I think, let Filipinas go past 100. They are very well poised to go past 100.
And like we discussed, anywhere between 110 and 120 will be a very, very good total considering where they were.
Yeah, will be a wide delivery. Too wide outside the off stump. And even for Maruki, who's been in the thick of action, last over of a spell, she's only given away 14 runs. And remember, this is before this over. She got hit for that boundary in this over. So before this, it's only 9 runs. So even for a bowler like that, the pressure can be immense. And especially Carrie Kane with another half century on the cards for her if she gets through. Apesh, and they should take this. Finally, a Chinese fielder takes Carrie Kane's catch. Wang Yuing says enough is enough. Has been dismissed now on 46. Unfortunate, but a good catch.
Well, one of the innings to behold. Her team was in all sorts of trouble when she came into bat, and she knew that she was the big gun. A brilliant innings of 46 and a strike rate over 100 takes her team through to a very, very respectable position and has to depart. Will be welcomed with a standing ovation. And she's done her part today.
No doubt. She's done really well. And now that brings in another batter in the middle. Castillo. Raven Castillo walks in at number 5. And China should pull this back nicely. Like it's a big opportunity as Carrie Keane walks into the dugout with a bottle of water in her hand and also the ice pack. And yeah, the physio will also take care of the tired legs. Right. So very important for China now to attack, now to keep Castillo on strike as long as possible. Don't allow that single to come across. Don't allow Catty to go on strike. And I will be even a fan if Mui brings in that deep third fielder up in the ring. Not needed because to stop that single, she is going to swing a bat for sure.
And that's exactly why the fielder at deep third is staying. So if there is an edge, if there's a top edge, we need somebody to ride the boundary. But this has been a successful over so far. Despite starting with the boundary, she's got the big fish. And I think now they will be looking to give away a single so that they can keep the new batter on strike for the last over.
Sure, they should try and think about the same. Yeah, single down towards long on. And there, she wanted a second run, but not to be. Successful over from Maruki. The set batter being dismissed, and what a spell. Brilliant spell. 4 overs, 17 runs and 2 wickets that she's garnered. End of the 19th, 95 for 3. The last over of the innings, as the ends have been now officially confirmed, and this is the gate end for the last over to come along, as Zui, the skipper, will finish the innings with the ball for China. First ball, bowled, gone! Right! Reverend Castillo. She should have just given the single back to Katie instead of going for the big shot. Wrong planning, and she has to pay the price for that one.
Well, that's a big wicket, and China is coming back very, very strongly in this game. 2 wickets in quick succession, and the most important part is the set batter. Katie Donovan, the skipper, is off strike. Another new batter will take crease now, and this is good news for China. They can pull this off. Another wicket down. It's 95 for 4 with 5 balls remaining.
And how wickets can play against you, isn't it? It is so important to keep wickets, especially in the last few overs, as Simranjeet Sirah walks in at number 6. Very important for her. That's exactly what Katie would have told her. They're just having a word in the middle. She would have just said, listen, just give me the strike. That's exactly what she would have said. And now, for the new batter, I'm sure there should be one more fielder, at least in the covers position. I mean, a deep extra cover. Even if that fielder is there, it's just going to save just the 3 runs and allowing that single to happen. And because it is Zui, she will take the ball away from the right-hander, and it's easy to knock around in that covers or even towards mid-off. Either bring up a mid-off up in the ring or the covers, so that just for that one ball. Ball's down the ground, white ball.
But it's still a good thing that the new batter is on strike. The wicket delivery, unlike moving the ball away, it went with the arm, it hit the stump, there was a big hoik, and that's again what she's expecting the new batter to do, Simranjeet.
And that flight is so important. Top edging it, goes over square leg. In no position to take that one, and they will come back for the second. Yeah, Katie was not very keen to go for the second run. She wanted the strike.
She should have just said no and stayed back. She is the set batter. She needs to be in. And more importantly, she will be facing the left-hander, which will give her the added advantage of swinging through the line.
And also the fielder was way hating. So she also just paused, allowed the second run probably. In the air and gone. Is it? No, right. That was just falling short of her. Oh, well, what a last over from Zui.
If she can restrict the Philippines under 100 or just at 100,
will be really nice if it's under 100, but that's in the gap. It's gone for Simranjeet behind square leg. Way hitting! Phenomenal! Every ball that she saved this morning has been absolutely brilliant. She saved another boundary. Yes, they will get 3 runs, but Wei Hating, amazing.
That triple will take Philippines past 100, and what a brilliant piece of fielding that was. She had to chase after the ball. She's been running from boundary to boundary, and the team from China couldn't have expected anything more out of her. She's given her life to this game. And look at that stop. At the very last minute, she still managed to flick the ball back in.
And also probably push it to the fielder who was coming in for the throw as well. So now finally Katie, strike in the last over. She should push for a second run. Nudged it towards long on. Simranjeet will push. Is it? No, run out. Gone. Katie was turning blind. She was just asking Simranjeet to come in for the second run. Another run out. They've lost 3 wickets in the span of 10 runs.
That was very, very sloppy from the skipper. She should have taken the first run hard and jogged back. It was okay if the new batter got out, if Simranjeet was out, but the skipper needed to stay back on strike. Nevertheless, a good innings comes to an end, and albeit slower one considering her batting standards, it is the 4th wicket down. It is 101 for 4.
Yeah, Katie Donovan gone for 36. Very important that the last ball now for Simranjeet now needs to just find the boundary ropes. Yeah, they would be really happy if you really ask me where Filipinas were at 10 overs, 34. They were struggling with Katie and Carey being in the middle. And they've gone past 100. That's really good. And the last couple of deliveries. One at least needs to find the boundary. Again, Simranjeet drags it towards mid-wicket. Wants a second run. The new batter will be again run out. Is it? Yes! Another run out. What's happening here? Zoe Wong. She just walks in. Wanted Simranjeet for the second run. And she's just given away.
Why did she? I have no idea why she waited and then turned back. If she was going for the run, she should have gone all out, or if she wanted to come back, she should have come back in immediately. There was a pause for some reason, a reason that you and I can possibly not fathom. But what a brilliant innings to the Chinese fielders and the bowling team. The captain will be so happy with that last over. They've managed to pull this game back in their favor. What was looking like 110 to 120 when the 2 set batters were batting has now been restricted to only 102. And that comeback will be what exactly Chinese would have hoped for.
But a very good effort for sure from Filipinas, no doubt, because when they were struggling, they've put up 100 on the board. Brilliant knock from Carey. And yeah, all the more important that they will try and understand what it is, because Carey is 46 and Katie is 37. That partnership, that inning-saving partnership of 72. There we go. That was I was mentioning about 46 and 37. 72 runs, partnership of 74 deliveries. That shows how they have actually stitched it and struggled it and weaved it together. And look at the bowling card. That's very, very impressive. And almost 6 bowlers again being used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bowlers, in fact, being used from China. And the pick of the bowlers, of course, was Maruki. They're top of the tree. 2 wickets for her. But having said all this, the ground fielding has been brilliant, but the catching was something that China, should really go ahead and correct themselves. But coming back, they should get 104 out of 20 overs. And we'll come back soon. Stay tuned.
All right, an exciting run chase waiting for us here in Malaysia. It's gotten very hot again. Philippines, after having decided to bat first, were able to put a more than decent total according to their own standards after the start that they had. China will be very happy with the way that they pulled their game back, but a good run chase is waiting for us. And with me in the commentary box is Naveen. Naveen, how do you think this run chase will be paced by China?
I think they'll take it slow. To begin with, they will probably look at what Castillo is trying to do in the first ball and also at least in the first over. And they should not go hard out at anything is what I probably will feel and want them to do. It's not a big total, just 105 runs on the board. So they can take it easy. They can look at that new ball, try and see what's going to happen, and then take it from there. That should probably be the plan.
Katie Donovan, the skipper, opened the bowling for Philippines in the last game. She picked up a couple of wickets. I'm a little surprised why she hasn't. That's a loose full toss to start. An opportunity for a run out. A wild throw again. Good backing up, but China are off the mark with a single.
Nicely timed that one away. Good work from Lee Jipiang. Much needed to get off the mark in the first ball. And now, Wang Huing. Yeah, she did probably threw the new ball to Castillo just to probably bowl from the road end.
That's short, that's wide, that's cut away off the back foot in front of square. There's the fielder in pursuit. Will that be the boundary? No. They will cut it off. That's quick running. I think that's a 3 there.
And nicely judged the third run because it was the fielder who was diving and trying to get up and throw the ball. Masaya herself, no relay throw. Nice point that you started off because it was not Ketty to open the innings. Probably she's wanting to bowl from the gate end, maybe.
Another short delivery. She wanted to cut it. Will be a dot ball.
And also the bowling side actually in the second innings picks the end first to begin. So maybe she's given Castillo the ball to bowl from the university end. And she wants to come in for the second over. That's probably the thinking where Katie might have got her Castillo bowler to bowl the first one.
That's another swinging delivery. Driven well. They are running the first run hard, which is good to see. Will only be a single.
A bit of a leading edge on that occasion. Lee Jipiang not just going through with the shot. Just was moving away from her off stump as well. And also has to be mentioned here, Lee Jipiang is a nice, good, fast bowler for her team. She's opened the innings.
That's really well bowled. That's a good comeback delivery. Moving away on the stumps.
And for Van Huing, it shouldn't be much of an issue, much of a trouble. Because like I said, see, first over 5 runs, good start is what they will feel. Because in chases, what happens is it can be tricky when you say 1-4, 105 to get.
Oh, that's a wild full toss. Will that be called a no ball? Yes. The leg umpire has raised her hands out. And there will also be a boundary to add insult to injury.
Not a right release from Castillo. She was just trying to, I think, have the loop, give the ball air for the ball to just do some talking in the air. But yeah, over the waist and good placement, good timing. And the spot that she picked was very good. Now it'll be a free hit as well. Most important for her to put this away. Wang Huing.
Oh, I think she would have felt like she'd have missed out on that, on the pads. Nonetheless, it's a brilliant start for China in that run chase. 10 for no loss after 1 over. A target of 104 and the first over, you get 10 runs, and that to win the power play. China would be feeling very, very confident here.
And also that no ball. Yeah, Katie, there she is managing her resources. She'd not be happy with that one, with that start. And she will want a better start now from Kaiti Keen. There is Carrie Keen, and this is Kaiti Keen into the attack from the gate end.
Kaiti Keen did open the bowling, did bowl the second over in their first game, and she was the pick of their bowlers in that game. 3 for 15 at an economy of 3.8. Also starts with a full toss. The fielder plays a little footy there. A couple of runs for China. Something that I've been really fascinated in this short run chase so far is the running between the wickets, Naveen.
Yeah, they're very quick. There's no doubt about that at all. They compensated each other really well, Wang and Li Jipiang. And what is also in advantage with the Chinese fielders, and when you say ground fielding also, when they were fielding, we'll come back to that after this ball.
Oh, that's a good swinging delivery. Slight appeal, but the bowler was not interested. Coming back to your point, Naveen.
Yeah, generally you see what the height, the average height of the Chinese fielders are. The height is almost say 4.5, 5 feet of just 5'5", 3, 5'2" sort of a height. The average height is so much, so they are more lower to the ground in terms of the center of gravity.
Oh, she's pierced the gap there. Will that reach the boundary? No, ground fielding from Philippines is also on point. It'll only be a couple of runs. She's definitely safe 2 there. And a brilliant return throw.
Yeah, good effort to save the boundary. Yeah, generally when you have that heighted players and fielders, what happens is they move around the turf very quickly. They're very fast compared to the longer fielders. Of course, longer fielders are fast, depends on the fielder, but generally, when you have that low density of gravity, you tend to move across the turf very quick. And that's exactly what these two batters have also done. When you see them running between the wickets, it is those small paces but quick paces. With taller people like us, what happens is we have those longer paces but slightly slower in the rate of speed. But the average heighted players, of course, have that quick movement of the feet.
We can see a slight change in the field. There's a catching extra cover. That's in the air. Will cross the stretched hands of the fielder at backward point. A valiant attempt, but the ball was always moving away from her.
Yeah, it's Amelia Valdez. It's a bit disappointing for me to see that she just did not move and wanted to just stand there and dive behind. A very good batter, vice captain of the team. And she's hurt her right hand. She's just feeling the pain out there, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure she's not feeling completely okay.
That's a good comeback delivery to finish the over. It's another good one for China. After 2, it's 16 for no loss. Gesture to continue. Almost a low full toss.
Yeah, from the gate end, we saw the previous over. It was a much better over from Kaiti Keen compared to what Castillo did from the university end. So just needs to understand the scenario of the game, just needs to not bowl any wronger length delivery. That's been the problem when she bowled the first over, where there were 2 boundaries being scored. One, of course, was a no ball. So her issue is not the line, her issue is the length. And as a bowler, as a opening bowler of the new ball, you need to hit the wicket. You need to just try and land the ball in the right directions. That's not been done by Castillo as of now.
This was an attempt to correct that, but the line was wrong this time, given a wide by the umpire.
Good to see at least she's trying to think that she's not pitching the ball up. She's not landing the ball on the turf. That's a good thinking. Now the line has to also now fall into place.
This is a better delivery, another opportunity there for Cotton Bowl. She stretched her right arm there. I'm also a little surprised that China denied the second run. They've been so good between the wickets and very proactive taking the first run. That was a definite double there.
Yeah, no doubt. They should have gone for the second one because the fielder also was a little deep in that edge of the inner circle. Chance been missed out, but yeah, they've got that good start as well, isn't it? So they can probably relax and have that cushion.
This has been a better over so far. That's actually really well played for a single down to third man. But China, from their perspective, they will try to capitalize on the start that they've got. So any extra run that they can take, they should be. Because after the power play is over, the boundaries might become a little dry.
And we've seen what can happen in the fag end of the innings. Things get really easy and very happy there for the batters. That's in the gap. That's gone through towards that long on boundary. Brilliant timing. Lee Ji Piang gets the first boundary here and she'll be really happy.
It didn't look like it was going to be a boundary when she hit it. It was a loose delivery. Also didn't hit the middle of the bat, but she found the gap to precision. And that got her boundary. China is on a move on here.
And also against Saudi Arabia, mentioning about the bowling figures. Yes, Katie gave away only 15 runs in 4 overs and Kaiti Keen gave away also 15 runs in 4 overs and picked up 3 wickets. Castillo was the most economical one. 4 overs and just 8 runs, and here in the first over she's given away 8 runs. So it's completely unlikely, different day, different team, and Filipinas have played very differently today.
Absolutely, and we're also very, very happy to see a different side of China. They've been very, very active. We saw a boundary already earlier in the over, and they've decided to take the single. So they're doing exactly what they need to do to build a partnership. But this time they're doing it early on in the innings and not waiting for things to happen. Last ball of the over coming up. That's left well. A good finish to the over for Philippines. A dot ball to finish after 3. It's 24 for no loss.
In the previous match where China took on their opponents, Oman had scored 105 and they could not chase 105 runs. This is exactly the same target, 104. And yeah, they need to really pull themselves up as Kaiti Keen will continue from the gate end.
Oh, that's a powerful shot. Straight back past the bowler. No chance there for any fielder or the bowler. A boundary to begin this over with as well.
Lee Ji Piang just moving away and punching it down past Kaiti Keen, and also Ankita Guha had to take an evasive action. And more importantly, what I liked about that shot, she did not try to play across the line at all.
Oh, that's a good comeback delivery. Slightly fuller, moved a little away. But I would really like to hear your description of the shot again, because exactly the point you made. She did not try to flat bat it. She did not try to play across. She went straight, the safest place to hit.
Yeah, and generally with that length, that shorter length, batters tried to play across the line. That's exactly why I love the shot, because even it was a back of the length or a shorter length delivery, she went straight down the ground. That's where you will be as a good opener, Lee Ji Piang.
Well, both of the successful bowlers for Philippines in the last game haven't been able to prove effective yet. They've given away boundaries. And that's a very wide delivery, almost outside the pitch. And they're not getting their plans right here.
Yeah, like you said, almost, because if it was gone outside the pitch, it would have been a no ball. But thankfully for her, she has to watch out. Kaiti Keen. Yeah, but I wonder why they've not done well against China here to begin. I'm sure that even Oman is a budding nation in terms of how they have started to play their cricket in the ACC tournaments. But China, for that matter, have looked far more better batters, I believe, compared to Oman batters in facing Kaiti Keen.
That's another short ball that's pulled away. There is no fielder there. The ball will reach the boundary.
It looked as if the ball will just pop into the outfield, isn't it? But yeah, now a cross-batted shot because it was too short. Yeah, and Wang Huing just going across the line. Not too much power behind that shot, but had enough to take the ball away to the boundary ropes, and the ball was just trying to touch the rope. That's it. That's enough.
They've taken full toll of the power play so far, have China. Oh, that's another good shot to finish the over. It will be a dot ball, but after 4, it's 35 for no loss.
Far more better effort compared to what they did against Oman, and they do deserve that drink, isn't it? Because they've been struggling in the batting, because the opening wicket partnership, of course, with Oman for Wei Eiting. Wei Eiting, remember, opened the innings alongside with Lee Ji Piang. It was only 9 runs, and now this is good. 35 on the board, and the first 3 wickets did not put up any partnership. That's why they were struggling, I think, while they were chasing against Oman to chase 105.
Castillo continuing. Good delivery. A dot ball to start the over. Just a funny fact though, whatever Philippines were able to score in their first 10 overs, China have already gone past that in their first 4.
They are not even in the finishing the power play at all. Yeah, that's a, and also not losing a wicket. I think Filipinas had lost 3 wickets, 2 wickets in fact. Yeah. And also, what is more nice here is they've thought about their game. They've not started with Wei Eiting. They've started with Lee Ji Piang, and they have started with Wang Huing as well. And then more important that that they do continue this. Castillo again just pitching the ball in the right direction, taking it away. They can still make a comeback with the ball, Filipinas, if they want to.
That's a very strong shot, driven again for another single there. This is probably the only over so far without a boundary in the first 2 deliveries.
Yeah, lucky for Filipinas. But yeah, inside the power play, 36, and in the 10 overs, they've not done anything that was completely wrong. Even when they were bowling, remember, China, first 10 overs, they were very strong.
Oh, that's a wild full toss again. This time straight to the fielder, run out opportunity. The bowler doesn't collect the ball well. We have to wait to see if it is a no ball. The umpire hasn't moved her arm, which means it is a fair delivery, but an opportunity missed, do you think?
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. Katie should have just gone through with the throw immediately. Yeah, speaking of something that is a phrase, I'm sure some producer, director in broadcast would have introduced, because you've been in the broadcast industry. I've been seeing that one as well.
But that's in the gap. Another full toss. There is no way that is not reaching the boundary. It will immediately trickle away. Another 4. And this time it is in the back end of the over. But a boundary nonetheless.
Yeah, again, a wrong length from Castillo, isn't it? She struggled with that from the first ball of the over. And Lee Ji Piang had no issues to put across towards that vacant deep mid wicket region. Speaking of the phrase, commentators curse, how much do you believe in that, Adarsh? Probably after this ball, we can talk about that one. Just imagine that there is no wicket falling. We have time.
We do have time. I actually do believe in it.
Is it?
Yeah, I do.
My word.
I do believe in those jinxes. Cricket is a very superstitious game for a lot of people, especially coming from the subcontinent. If you're sitting there, if a partnership is going on, I'm not letting you move. So you are not going anywhere here.
Sure.
Neither am I.
Now, as a player, yes, even I believe in those things while playing. But coming back to that commentator's curse phrase,
Oh, that's really well played. A quick single attempt was a throw at the wrong end. She was close to the keeper. A single to finish that over, an eventful over. It's 43 for no loss after 5. Well, last over the power play coming up. We haven't seen a bowling change yet. It is quite keen to continue.
I think Katie wants her to pick up a wicket in the last over of the power play at least. So that's why she's sticking with her. Last over of the power play. Ball gone! Right, pick up a wicket is what I called for, and it did happen. So now it is lucky for Filipinas. Maybe a commentator's curse for China, but lucky for Filipinas. That's what I look at it, Adarsh.
This is exactly what I didn't want a commentator's curse to happen, but nonetheless, the captain persisted with her senior pro. She wanted her best bowler to be finishing the power play, and it has paid dividends. First ball of the over, a wicket, and that to the set batter. Li Jiaping has to depart. The first wicket falls for China. It's 43 for 1.
And she was not behind the line of the ball at all, isn't it? Don't be too harsh on yourself. It is not your fault. It's the batter's fault. There is nothing called... See, probably while playing, yes, you believe in those omens, Adarsh, because, you know, every team has got it. Every player's got it. But generally what I feel is we are only storytellers of what's happening in the frame. And I will believe the commentators' curse one day when we play cricket on Mars. We will play one day for sure on Mars, right?
I can't wait for that to happen. Starts off to the new batter with a wide. Well, this is the comeback over potentially for Philippines. That's what they will look to do. But starting off with a wide, first delivery to a new batter, cannot give away runs anymore. They will have to pull this back, and they will need their best bowler to do it.
I think sticking with Kai Keen for the last over of the power play has worked already. Just needs to apply those strong breaks. That's really important. She's applied one break. She needs to apply 4 more breaks as Kai Yuzi has come in at number 3.
Now we can see the energy up in the Philippines camp. They're being all chirpy. Another Yorker, another dot ball. This is not how China would want to finish their power play, but nonetheless, they'll be very happy with the score that they have. Even if they play out a couple of more dot balls, they have way more runs on the board than Philippines did, and they will be very, very happy. So they just need to look to stitch another partnership here. That's another swing and a miss. Why is she trying to play across the line? I would never understand. I think Wong will need to have a quick word with the new batter. We'll just have to calm her down.
Yeah, number 3 is Kai Yuzi's regular position. She did come out to bat against Oman also there. And I think she needs to look at the scoreboard and say, hey, we've got 44. Just be there.
She takes an edge. There is no slip. Will be a single, and she will get off the mark, but a streaky shot to do so.
And also scratchy alongside with streaky because she was not very confident. Yeah, that may happen. But like you said, Wong needs to now just continue and control the process and the proceedings right there in the middle. Last ball of the power play. I do not now want Wong to play a wrong shot.
Well, she's trying to capitalize. Good fielding there. Will finish with a single. The power play comes to a close. A successful one, I should say, for China. After 6, it is 46 for 1. New bowler in the attack. It is the captain, Katie Donovan. She picked up a couple of wickets in their first game. She actually opened the bowling. This time she decided to stick with her best bowler and she gave 3 overs to each of their opening bowlers. This is something that I wanted to talk to you about, have a quick conversation about, because in the first innings we saw the Chinese captain rotating her bowlers once every over, every 2 overs, she changed the bowler. She did not let the battle settle down with one. Do you think that's a missed peg there? Well, that's a good start. She's quick. A slight misfield from the keeper will be only a single, will not prove too very costly. But what do you think of this bowling change?
I think it should have been 2 overs, to be honest. It shouldn't have been that extra third over because what's happening is, of course, Katie Keane stretching that over worked, but not for Castillo.
When do you decide not to give the third over to a bowler?
First ball of the over that she's bowling. That's exactly what it is, because first or the second ball of the over, you'll get to know the confidence of the bowler. That's nicely driven. And what also happens is, it is on part of the bowler to tell the captain that, hey, listen, I need to just continue bowling or I need to think about my bowling. Just give me that 1 over break. But generally that does not happen, because when we are there in the field, generally that happens is where captain asks, are you okay for another one? When the captain asks yourself, that he goes out there and asks you to bowl another over, that means he's believing in you. If you're okay to go for it, you need to go for it. But Castillo shouldn't have gone for that 1 extra over, which has led to that extra runs.
Oh, that's a play and a miss. But she's bowling good speeds here, Katie Donovan. Coming back to your point of the bowler having a conversation, but at which point does the captain also decide, all right, irrespective of what the bowler says, I am going to stick to my guns?
Like I said, because I've been fortunate to work with Mahendra Singh Dhoni for one of the bigger tournaments. So this is something that I've learned from him. First 2 deliveries or 3 deliveries, allow the bowler to do what they want to do. And then if it's according to plan, stick with it. If not, put your own plan. That's exactly what the captain should do.
That's another good delivery, another dot ball.
And with these lines and length and speed that she is bowling, for me, she should have opened the bowling. Katie.
Well, they were able to bowl Saudi Arabia, not all out, but they were able to pick 9 wickets and give away only 70 runs. And this opening pair, bowling pair obviously, of Katie Donovan and Kate Keane, would prove very, very efficient in the first game. Why did they have to change their plans?
No doubt at all, because they picked up 2 wickets in the 4th over.
Oh,
Outside
that's a wild swing and outside edge. Will be a single, a third one this over.
I'll tell you what, there were 4 wickets that was being picked by the Filipinas bowlers against Saudi. Because in the 4th over there were 2 wickets. In the 5th over there was 1 wicket, and the 6th over there was 1 wicket. So that's because Katie Donovan opened the bowling alongside with Katie Keane.
Oh, that struck firmly, but a dot ball to finish the 7th over. It's 49 for 1, a successful one from the skipper.
Well, I think there's another change, but Kaiti Keane will be bowling out her 4 overs from the gate end. How feasible is this now? How feasible is this? Because it's it's only Wang who's in the center, and Yuzi has come out as another new batter. But just because there is Wang, I think Katie wants Keane to bowl out.
Oh, that's another strong shot. There's no fielder there despite it being outside the power play. That's another boundary. Is this trick not working out for Philippines?
Yeah, 4 overs on the trot, definitely not advisable under this heat, especially. That brings up the 50 as well for China. See, short of a length delivery, standing on the back foot, just punching it down the ground. Probably would have lost a lot of steam as well. Kaiti Keane, you can make a lot of changes in the field there, Katie. But 4th over on the trot to your premium bowler, probably not advisable.
Another short delivery. Another wide delivery. The umpire's given it wide. I think she would have been tempted, Katie, to give the 4th over on the trot because of the wicket that she picked up in the 3rd over. She's like, okay, my bowler's now gotten into rhythm. She has gotten a wicket. Let me get my best bowler to get me another one.
Good point. But
Oh, smashed again. Finding the gaps are so easy for these Chinese girls. Another boundary in the over.
see, that's the problem, that she's tiring. That's exactly what I was trying to say, where picking up a wicket in the 6th over, the last over that she bowled, that was a 3rd over, that was good. And now see 2 wrong deliveries, one short of a length and one half volley on the legs. And Wang has no problem in whacking that away towards mid-wicket. And she's moved on quickly to 33. And yes, I completely agree with when you say, yeah, your captain will be tempted to get that one more extra wicket. But why? Because, like I said, see, Yuzi is a new batter. Wang was on strike. Bring in another bowler. Try and reduce the pace of the ball because Kaiti Keane is giving the pace as a fast bowler to the batter. So the shot making is easier. Bring on a slower bowler.
Oh, that's taken the edge. There is a fielder there for protection, but this is turning out to be a very, very expensive over.
And just because she reduced the pace on that ball, see, Wang was not able to make that shot as she wanted to. So somewhere also 2 factors that Katie Donovan should have thought about this one in giving the 4th over to Kaiti Keane is somewhere the energy factor and reduce the pace on the ball factor.
A good delivery. This time, like you said, she has slowed the pace and bowled the ball slightly fuller. She's maintained the off stump and the outside off stump line there, which is in the last 2 deliveries, working well for her.
And now what is running through Kaiti Keane's mind is just finish these 2 overs, 2 deliveries and finish my spell without getting hit for at least another boundary because this is a new batter. Now see, Yuzi is a new batter. So you bring on another new bowler into the attack. You would have had one more over of Kaiti Keane at the back of the innings, but not to be now.
But smart batting from Yuri as well because she realizes that she's got a lot of runs in this over. She doesn't have to take any risk. Despite that, she goes for a big shot and there's no fielder there. A short delivery, made a mistake, 3rd boundary of the over, a very, very expensive one, the most of this inning so far. At the end of the 8th, it is 63 for 1.
Again, a tired ball, half tracker. And even for the new batter like Yuzi, who's just walked in with just 8th delivery that she's facing, it was as easy as just scooping up a pastry. It was gone. 63 for 1. Some wrong calls here from Katie Donovan today. Especially in the way that she has marshaled her resources in the bowling attack. She, first of all, not coming on to bowl and then having that 4th extra over for Kaiti Keane, and she'll continue from the university end.
A full toss. Good feeling there, an attempted run out. She misses. All round brilliant cricket. A good delivery, a strong shot, brilliant fielding, good return.
Kaiti Keane, my God, the brilliant strong hitter of the cricket ball with the bat doesn't hit the stumps. I think it was only one stump to aim at as she was standing there at short extra cover. Only one stump to aim at. Yes, agreed. But if she had hit, and imagine, it would have been curtains there for Yuzi, who's there running at the non-striker end.
That's another strong shot, driven very, very strongly. The outfield is quick, and that's another boundary. One of the hardest shots to play in the book, and she's made it look so easy.
It is Wang time. Brilliant timing. Nothing wrong at all with the ball. Nothing wrong at all. Just bring the bat down in the right time and in the right direction. That's yielded another boundary for Wang, and this has been some amazing batting at display. She gets to her 6th boundary. Well, China's really in a hurry to chase this, and I'm liking this because they need that net run rate to be really good. They are struggling with that net run rate. This is their 2nd match, and this is a dominant run chase as of now.
They need under 40 runs to win this game now. And all thanks to Wang. They've done it so quickly. Their run rate is over 8 and over.
And also probably all thanks to Katie's wrong thinking, maybe.
Oh, slight misfield there. The batters will scamper through for a single. If you look at this over, the one delivery that she decided to bowl slightly slow has been punished for a boundary. So what this clearly shows is, if you're not bowling to your strengths, Katie's strength is bowling full, bowling quick, and slightly on the off-stump channel, and she's been getting so many dot balls. The one ball she bowled slow, she's been punished for a boundary. So stick to your strengths.
Yeah, and also take the ball away from the right-hander. Just trying to bowl those small little off-cutters, trying to put the ball into the right-hander. Shouldn't do that.
A good comeback delivery, almost in the block hole, and the batters very, very happy playing the dot ball. They've gotten all the runs that they want. They have all the time in the world. Another 11 to go after this, and it looks like a very comfortable win. And Wang, who will potentially face more deliveries in the coming overs, will want to finish this off quickly. So it's a good game that we're going to have a look at in the next 2 overs. It will decide the course of this match.
No doubt. And I'd be love to be someone like Kai Yuzi now. Because Wang is doing all the hard work. Sit out there, just keep playing your cricket, just keep defending the ball. Oh, that is her strength. That's exactly her strength. Take the ball away from the off stump. It's another bye. Yeah, behind the stumps. Again, the keeper struggles.
This is exactly the point I was trying to make. If you have if you have pace as your best friend, this wicket is a very good wicket to bat and bowl on. It's a good contest between bat and ball. When you're able to do that, why not do it?
And why not open the innings with the ball? Jessica behind the stumps will be unhappy with the way that she collected that delivery. Last ball of Katie's is 2nd over. She's been the pick of the bowlers. She's been the best. Just given away 7 runs, even with that boundary ball that she bowled in this over. Can she take Wang back now? No, on the pads. Good end though. 9 overs gone. 69 for 1.
What 104 is 34 plus 35 runs. New bowler. Jersey number. New bowler for Philippines. J.K. Andriano into the attack. I think it's a little too late for Philippines to be making bowling changes. It's by force that they are. This game is ever so slightly slipping away from them every single delivery. They only need 35 more runs to the Chinese women to win this contest. There is a deep square, a deep third, a deep point, and that's it. 3 fielders on the boundary.
Yeah, good thinking. Probably that there's another fielder in the ring, an extra fielder, as it is Yuzi on strike, and it's a leg spinner.
Solid start, slightly on the shorter side.
Now, don't you think Kaiti Kane should have just been given that break and bring on Andriano? Because the slow bowler into the attack, she starts well, nice loop, nice control on the leggy.
A loopy delivery, a good one.
And again in the Oman, in fact, the Saudi Arabia match, she's bowled 3 overs only for 6 runs
And picked up a wicket.
and picked up a wicket. She should have been brought into the attack much quicker, much quicker, not in the 10th over of the innings.
Well, there's no point in crying over spilt milk. Oh, that's a strong shot. That's hit the batter again. We're all checking if everything's okay.
Ankita Guha also walks up to Wang and asks if it's okay. It's hit on her arm, not near her helmet. She's having a smile on her face. That's good to see.
Walks down the track, just above the outreached hands of the fielder, racing away to the boundary. Will it be one? Yes, it will be. Another boundary for China. They're chasing this target away so easily, and they're just a few more hits away.
Appreciating here, Yuzi, the way she used her feet to go down the wicket and connect the ball even before it pitched. She knew that Andriana is going to give that loop once again, and she did not again try to hit it too hard. Just that placement was brilliant.
First boundary for Yuri. Oh, she attempts the sweep straight to the fielder, a quick single. That's smart batting from China and Yuri. She knew she got the boundary, immediately got a single. What I'm really surprised with is they still are going with the 3 fielders on the boundary row plan. You don't have a lot of runs to defend. You are giving away boundaries. At least try to defend that.
I need to put up another fielder outside for sure.
Another strong shot in the air, just short of the fielder. Could she have done a little better? They will sneak a couple of runs. But could that have been a chance, Naveen?
Might have been if she had just attacked the ball a little more early. But it's a very good first 10 overs. And the players will definitely be wanting drinks. And more importantly, the Filipinas wants this break. 76 for 1. Very few runs to get for Filipinas. We'll come back soon. After drinks, another bowling change. Eliza Wall being introduced into the attack from the university end, and once again inexperience from Catty Donovan, because after the drinks break, Catty could have bowled because it was Andriano to bowl the 10th over from the gate end. So from the university end, Catty could have herself started the attack because she's just bowled 2 overs for 7 runs. Brilliant work that she has done. But Eliza Wall been introduced into the attack. Again, that inexperience been playing in the mind of Catty. Because we're mentioning all these points is because when she goes back and listens and watches the match again, analyzes this with her think tank, these are experiences. Because after drinks, you will need your settled bowler to bowl. Appeal was nice, but was probably just going down the leg side.
That was a nothing delivery to start off. It was a short delivery, although it was on the stumps. But if I could think of any possible reason out of the box thinking that Katie did whatever she did, you can please prove me wrong if you think I am. Oh, that's a strong shot. There's no fielder there. Nobody's stopping that. Another poor delivery that goes to the boundary. But coming back to the point that you were making, the bowlers that she's gone with are the bowlers that picked up the wickets in the last game. Might be the rotation could have been a little different, but she's literally chosen the best bowlers that she thought who've done well and have proven in this tournament. So I think if we can give just the little bit of a benefit of the doubt to Katie, whatever she's done, I think this is the only possible reason.
Yeah, maybe. I'd probably agree with you with that one. Katie, yeah, probably thinking that, Wall will again pick up a wicket, but once again, short of a length delivery. The previous one also was a please hit me ball. Short, wide outside off stump, and it is Yuzi again with a second boundary for herself, just scoring that in will. The third one, in fact, towards that deep extra cover. But yeah, small little defense work should have must be given to Katie Donovan because she's done well for herself and the bowling attacks. But these nuances, small little nuances, if she can, not in this game, I'm trying to say, going forward, just bring a settled bowler yourself. I'm just trying to say this again and again to Katie is because she's bowled really well. That's again in the gap towards long off and will be a boundary. After drinks, 11th over, 2 boundaries. How rare is that?
Well, less than 20 now needed for China to win this contest, and they want to do it as quickly as possible. We thought that they will take about 15 overs to get this done. I think King, as of now, they're going to do it in under 13 overs, and that will be a big boost to their net run rate.
Yeah, very, very big boost because they're struggling in that Group B points table and third because Filipinas is right there in the second. Another loopy delivery, and China's current net run rate is minus 0.5. So minus 0.5. This chase and this victory will give them a good boost. 11 gone, 86 for 1. Again, Katie Donovan is not keen to go out there and have the ball in her hand. Probably should have got change of ends, but Andriano has done well from the gate end, so she will continue with Andriano. But yeah, Katie should have continued to bowl. And the reason why I'm even backing her up as others is because she's done so well, isn't it, in this match? She's done so well just for the winning cause of Filipinas. She could have come in. But nevertheless, China have just mastered this run chase. Just 17 more to get. That's all. And that partnership is now 44 runs. The 43-run first wicket partnership and the second wicket partnership now is 44.
They've not given any half chance here for Philippines, have the China girls. And what is amazing today about this is a story of a comeback because they were down and out after their first game. Nobody gave them a chance. And this is a statement. You already spoke about how they made it into this tournament, and they're just continuing to prove why they will not be taken lightly at all. And the performance from every single player has to be credited. They lost their plot a little bit when they were bowling, especially in the second phase of the first innings. But up until then, the ground fielding on point. A couple of chances here or there, yes, they could have taken it.
A nice sweep. Oh, good stop. Good half stop. A shot back out of square. But they will come back for the second run. Yeah. Pressurizing the fielder. Putting that pressure on her and then stealing that second run. Eliza Wall was fumbling, taking her eyes off the ball even before she collected it.
If you had to pick one attribute of China that you really, really enjoyed today, what would you do? Before you answer, I'm going to take running between the wickets.
Oh, yeah. That is one thing. But for me, what Zui did, we did not, I think, conversate more on that point that you made, Adarsh, isn't it? Where the change of bowlers. Now, see, for Katie, who's there on our frame as of now, she probably has limited options, maybe, and that's why she's gone with 3, slot over. Spin, turn, gone! Stumping! Well. Some light at the end of the tunnel. And Yuzi just did not read that at all.
Oh, against the run of play, Yuzi was going so well. This ball turned away from her at the very last minute. She had the right intention. She wanted to finish the game on a little early and the ball was there to be hit. She just didn't anticipate the ball to turn that much. Yet another good innings coming to an end. A good partnership broken. Yuri has to depart for 22, a well-made 22, and it'll be 89 for 2, just around the end of the 12th over for China.
And that'll affect the net run rate. Every time a wicket falls, net run rate is the big effector. So she should have stayed there instead of just trying to step down the wicket. And something that they should have understood. But that brings the captain in at number 4, Zui. So this is what we are trying to make a point. When Zui was there in the field, she shifted bowlers very often. When you do that, again with a 2 over slot, when you have a lot of options, when you have a lot of weapons in the bag, you can probably do it in your arsenal, right? But for someone like Katie, for me, she not coming into the attack is also the biggest worry, and giving that extra over now to Kaiti Keen, because as a captain, what she should probably think about is the changing of the bowlers when and why. That why was a little issue because Kaiti Keen was tired. 4th over, under the heat, of course, local time, 12 o'clock, almost 11:54. It is beating down. The sun is really beating down.
Oh, an easy delivery to get off the mark for her and will do so with a boundary. No, that actually cut off. That's really good fielding. Credit where it's due. But just to add to your point, Naveen, the positives that you were trying to pick, and you actually pointed it out very rightly because the skipper's out in the middle to try to finish this game off for China. When she was fielding, decided to take all the important overs. The last over, when they were bowling, made all the difference. I think they got 3 wickets in that over.
Yes.
And she decided to bowl all the important overs. Had Katie decided to do that, this is just to back your point up.
Yeah.
Instead of giving that over again to finish her 4 on the trot, she'd bowled one of those overs. Would have been a very different story now.
Huge difference because Kaiti Keen gave away 3 boundaries in that over. When she bowled the 4th over on the trot, she gave away 3 boundaries. And imagine she's been the premium bowler. I mean, I think that's the difference where today Filipinas, even after that big victory against Saudi Arabia, have come out here and on the verge of losing this match. And China, on the other end, after losing to Oman, they've come out here like a different team altogether. And now, this is of course Kaiti Keen been introduced into the attack from the university end. Good start, right up there in the block hole. And another good point that I want to also, like you asked, want to make about China today is what they've done really well is they've had the right fielders in the right direction and the right placement. Again, hats off to Zui and of course all the other think tank of China, because they had Wei Hatting in the right positions. Long on, long off, mid wicket, square leg, outside edge. There is third fielder, single only. So that is something that they have done really well. The only big let down or a little bit of a negative is that catching. Just imagine if Kaiti Keen, now who's bowling, was being caught on the first occasion. She scored 46. They've already been home and probably back at the hotel room in the bus traveling back now, China, isn't it, after the victory?
You're absolutely right. But I think it's a good thing that China decided to play out this innings the way they've done. I think it's played out really well for them because they bowled their entire 20 overs. The captain had all the opportunity to try and test and use her brain to the best of her abilities and show how good a captain material she is and why she is the head of the team. And now with the bat,
Good stop. Very good stop at short fine. Nice fielding.
yes, that's as I was continuing, a very good opportunity for the captain to show what she's got and what she brings to the table, and an opportunity even for the batters to say that, girls, it's not just the fielding, the bowling that'll do the job. We're also here. We will also do our bit. They came with a straight face and they want to go back with that face. They want to win this and they show it in every fiber of their being.
And huge credit again in that direction to Wang as well. The way she's attacked the bowling, no matter who she's seen in front of her, she's gone ahead and attacked them. And that confident running between the wickets that she's got, she's ran with everybody, and more importantly, she's been there from the beginning, is Wang, and only 10 needed, and I'll be only wanting Wang to get 5 out of those. She's on 45 as of now, off strike. Good ball. But this will again give them that confidence. I am not pretty sure if they can get qualified with this, but I'm just trying to say, finishing third in the Asian Games, upsetting Nepal, very, very strong side, Nepal, and upsetting them is something that China have done really well. And speak of upsetting Nepal, last ball of the 13th, that's driven away towards that long off direction. They will come back for the second run. Good ground fielding. So 8 more needed, 13 gone, 96 for 2, and 8 more needed. And speak of China upsetting Nepal, we've seen so many different formats of cricket. There's so many amazing crickets coming in, and Nepal have done really well in terms of even the blind cricket format, which has been now making inroads. Nepal is a very strong side, and the only side to give India a run for their money is Nepal in the blind cricket format. And so if China is beating them and coming in this match, being that confident side, nothing like it. And of course, huge thanks to Cricket Association for the Blind in India and everybody, and Samarthanam Trusts and everybody to put out blind cricket also for women so much in a higher position. Wide ball. The run now is only 5 runs needed and 6 for the victory. Okay, 5 to Wang and 7, I think. Okay, so probably she's got a chance for the 50. I'll be happy if she gets it. Swept away. Can she find the gap at square leg? No, fielding is brilliant. The boundary still is on the cards. Moves on to 49, Wang. Good effort from Eliza Wall, but she couldn't be the wall between the ball and the boundary.
You're absolutely spot on there. That was a long chase. She had to cover a lot of ground, but the placement was so good that the ball eventually beat the fielder. Wang on 49. I will have to appreciate this innings so very much, and any amount of appreciation will still be less because she's not just hit the boundaries. She's not just taken the game away. She's run for herself and for her partners. Brilliant, and just brilliant.
No doubt. And she deserves this 50. Wang Huiying, take a bow, as she's done amazingly well and she enjoys that 50 with her captain. And what a time to get beaten down under in the previous match, and now here against the strong Filipina side, they have put up a strong show.
Well, anything that China has touched today has turned to gold, and anything that Wang touched today has turned to diamond, if I could say that. Anything better than gold, anything better than diamond, that is what Wang today for China is. A brilliant innings, under pressure. The team and herself had to do something special,
No doubt.
she's done that.
Just lofting it down the ground, Zui, and they will come back for the second run, is it? Yes, that's it. China win this one, and inside the 14 overs, like you were mentioning, exactly on the 14th over, and they win this by a big margin of 8 wickets. Fabulous, fabulous victory. Their first victory in the ACC Women's Premier Cup 2026.
And this game is all credit to Wang for the way she's played. She's carried her bat 15 not out of just 34 deliveries, a brilliant strike rate, 2 fantastic partnerships, and she's taken her team home and in such quick time. This was exactly what China would have expected. They came out to play their cricket today in spirits all high, and that's exactly what they've achieved. Kudos to the China team. A lot to think for the Philippines side, because they were the stronger side coming in today. They came after a huge win and they thought they could continue on the winning streak, but China were in their way and they've been restricted and they've been bundled out and they've been outplayed in every single department. Philippines has been on the back foot today, but credit to China, credit where it's due. They've played fantastic cricket. They've gotten their accounts open in this tournament, and like Naveen was mentioning, they've not had the easiest of starts. They didn't come into this tournament easily. They had to fight their way in, and they're still fighting to stay alive in this tournament. And this is the match summary. The first innings, Philippines batting after winning the toss, 103 for 6. Brilliant bowling from China. They did give away a few runs in the end, but there was a good comeback at the very end in the 20th over by the skipper. And in the run chase, nothing can take away from Wang the innings that she played. 15 odd out of 34 deliveries, well accompanied by Yuri and Li Jiaping. And then eventually the skipper was there to watch the team scale through very easily. They've chased this target down of 104 in just 13.3 overs, and that will be such a big boost to their net run rate. This has been a fantastic game of cricket. China clearly the better side today. Both teams will have a lot to look forward to as this competition, this Group B clash, comes to a close. The table is getting tighter, so is the tournament. And we will have Naveen with the presentation ceremony very shortly.
Zui, right? Welcome to the post-match presentation right here at the UKM Oval. This is China's dominance after losing their first match that they played. This is a big comeback that they've got against Filipinas, and this is wonderful to see that they still want to go ahead and do something in that Group B standings. Well, to talk about the presentation, first let me welcome Mr. Edwin, the match referee as well. Sir, thank you so much. As always, very happy to see you and to come in. For the presentation party right here. But there were some amazing performances, of course. Carrie Keane going out there and getting 46 runs of 44 deliveries. Mayuri, of course, of China did really well. 2 wickets for her in that 2 overs that she bowled. But of course, the player of the match is the match-winning performance, the half-centurion Wang Huing, to please come up here and take her player of the match award. The signed ball, of course, and it'll be a happy moment as well. Wang, a few talk with me. Thank you, Edwin, sir. Thank you so much. Wang, congratulations on going ahead and winning the Player of the Match award. How was that 50? How happy you're feeling right now? You please come in. Please come in. Translate to her. That's fine. Please.
他说那个你怎么样看待你的这个50分？然后你现在什么心情？
我和我的队友一起配合，然后放平心态。
It's about our teamwork, it's partnership, and she's very happy now.
Wonderful. Last question to you. When you went out, the partnership, the opening stand was really nice. Was it difficult to play those big shots that you did in the power play, or was that very easy?
你觉得在那个 power play 里面打边界是简单一点还是容易一点？
放平心态，它就是一个非常简单的事情。
You take that ball seriously, it becomes easy.
Wonderful. All the very best. Do some amazing innings going forward as well. Thank you so much. And also, I'll probably speak to the Filipinas vice captain first, and then I will call in Zui as well. Hard luck, I understand, but what do you think? What went wrong? The ground fielding, of course, is a question that you will probably want to answer out.
Look, honestly, the girls tried their very best, and I'm very proud of them all. And, we'll get them next time.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, Katie is the captain out there. Tell us something about the bowling changes, because we were waiting for Katie to open the innings, and also Katie Keane getting that extra 4th over where she was bowling on the trot. Was she tired on the 4th over? What happened there, and why that 4th extra over was given to Katie Keane?
We just thought we'd change it up, try and change our strategy towards China. Hopefully get a few wickets here and there. But yeah, that was just our strategy.
Yeah, I understand. But one big positive was, of course, Carrie Keane's innings, 46. And a lot of drop catches helped you guys out there?
I mean, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I understand. It's a positive sign that I wanted to sign off on. Nevertheless, all the very best. Do well. Probably you might have still more chances in the group, yeah?
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Do well. So that's the vice captain of Filipinas. But now the happy captain of China, of course, Wang, will come up and talk to me. Wang, it's a big turnaround with what happened in the previous match that you guys lost, and now coming in. What did you speak to your players and the think tank when you lost your first match here?
Yeah, yesterday I talked to them. We need seriously in the match, and we need to adjust our mental and physical. Yeah.
Perfect. That really paid off today. And do you think the drop catches is a little bit of a problem? You could have finished the match early, and probably the score wouldn't have crossed 100.
Yeah. We dropped like 3 or 4 catches. Yeah.
Yeah, probably something to work on. One positive, of course, your player of the match, her half century. How happy you and the team are?
Yeah, we are so happy because this is her first time in the international match. Yeah, we really happy to her.
Yeah, many more to come, I reckon. But last question, how do you think this victory is taking you in the points table? How is that now being very important? This victory, of course, with a big net run rate, points table will be nice looking for you guys, yeah?
Yes, and we want to keep focus on next 2 matches, and we want to win all the match. Yeah.
All the very best. Do well.
Thank you.
Well, that is it. The post-match presentation of the first match. We are another match away from UKM Oval coming in right this afternoon. Stay tuned. Do not go out anywhere.